Hi everybody. Today you will be handed back the classwork that you did last month. So no much surprise, as I said, you are so distracted. So the average of this test is 9.
Nine. I think
Nine.
nine
How
is too
for
nine.
nine?
I
That's
think
bad. You
nine is
asking
too
me
Ooh,
for
nine.
nine?
9?
Nine is too
How how
hours.
how come 9? You mean that
Hours.
the average is 9?
Since first thing, maybe it's
How
mine
for
will get a
nine?
good
How come to
mark.
get nine?
Yes.
One
That means that maybe the back of people they had were nice.
Silence. Yeah, I mean it's 9. So we'll begin by Mr. BF. Where is he? It worked really bad, Mike. Take a piece of paper. I had 12. Still bad 12.
I only had 12.
I
So
give one
disappointing.
right.
So disappointing.
A few moments later.
You had the best mark. Congratulations.
No,
What?
no,
What?
no.
I had the best mark.
Boom! You've just watched this video and this small scene. So today we are going to talk about envy or jealousy. Maybe you didn't really get the message of this video, but I will strive to explain to you why on earth I did choose to record it. So we are living in a world of constant comparison. That's why I made up my mind that today we will discover the theme of jealousy, envy. So I remark that most people they tend to comparing themselves to other people's stories or life. That's why my point of view today is that we are going to uncover and discover all of this today. So as you probably saw on the first scene so you are in Bigger the Best. And this is my second video about the 7 deadly sins. That's why I want you to subscribe, to leave a comment, and to share so that other people can also favor the message that I'm trying to tell you today. Thank you. So the second deadly sin which is really widespread in the world is envy, and it's to undermine. Because the fact is that no matter what field we are involved in, it depends on if you are a scientist, an athlete. The problem is that we tend to comparing ourselves to other people's chapters. That's why this is a huge mistake that you are committing. And my purpose here is to help you avoid the problem, which is things that we know one. So as you probably see on the first scene, there were many pupils or students in a room, and they were about to be handed back their copies or the pieces of paper. But the problem is that the first one, normally the average of the class was 9. And when the first one received his piece of paper, it was 12, right? So his mark, and so 12. So he was kind of surprised because he didn't really like the mark that he had. When the teacher said that it was the best mark on the class, everybody was surprised, right? But name, he just thought that maybe he didn't work really hard and got this mark that was not really good for him. But given that he was accustomed to getting always good marks, 12 for him was not sufficient. And when he was finally told that 12 was the highest mark on this class work, everybody was kind of surprised, and even him. So he went from a state of being sad to another state which is thrilled. He was kind of thrilled because he had the best mark. And this is the key thing. When we are here in life, sometimes we are not satisfied with things that we've got. The problem is that you compare yourself to other people, and this is a huge problem, a huge plague that is killing yourself. That's why you have to know that instead of comparing yourself to other people or even comparing your life to others people's life is a huge mistake. Because I don't know if we are really on the same wavelength, but I don't know if you really get it, but when you start seeing mangas or anime, you cannot compare two characters of different animes based on their chapters, right? I think it's too irrelevant, and I don't know if you once did that, but I don't think it is really suitable. Every character is in its own universe, so it's not possible to compare two characters of different anime, of different or even different movies, knowing that they don't even share the same stories. The only comparison that you have to do is yourself. You gotta ask yourself this question: did I get better today, or did I do something that was really in accordance with my higher self, with what I want to become? If you want to become an athlete, you have to ask yourself this question: did I get better today? Not did I get better than the best athlete in sport. I think this is kind of irrelevant, because when you start comparing yourself to other people, that this is a huge mistake that you are committing. That's why I'm here to tell you that this will stunt your growth and keep you from reaching your full potential. Another feature of jealousy is that it manifests through different feelings or thoughts that will just pop out in your mind. The first one is say, why is his life better than mine? Why is he so rich? This is jealousy, and you gotta avoid it, even destroy it, because it's a really bad emotion that will eat away at your moral, eat away at your body as cancer. I think it is like your mind will be so affected by this comparison, because the only thing that you have to know that those people, they don't belong to the same chapter as you. And it's like what Vendare, I don't know if you watching this video, but she once said that life is kind of like in a award ceremony. Everybody is sitting and you don't really focus on your own. You cannot be sitting in this, I think, ceremony, right? Because if you were selected, that means that you are part of the most talented and even the strongest, the best person worldwide. That's why you were selected. But picture this: you were selected, but another person received this prize. Does it make you as a person less talented, less strong? You just focus on other people's chapters, and this is just eating away at your mind, eating away at your mental health, because you tell yourself on a regular basis that I gotta be more than that guy. Now you gotta be more than you, because every day it's a relentless battle with yourself. The purpose is to be who you were yesterday. That's why I give solutions that will help you to not to be jealous of other people's life. So when you wake up, the first thing that you have to do is firstly to be grateful. It is such a potent tool or method that you can use, because the fact of being grateful will help you to reduce, even cut immensely, this feeling of envy, because you will start focusing on yourself, thanking God, even other people, for what you have right now. So that's why when you wake up, if you are a Christian, just pray and thank God for what He did to you. Be grateful for what you have. And then after, you will start reflecting on how you can have more. But you gotta firstly have to be grateful, because if you don't really do that, I'm telling you that you are missing something really crucial in life. And the second solution for you is this: tell yourself on a regular basis that life isn't a race. Everybody got his chapter, and if you start comparing your chapter, given that you have your own book, but you dare comparing your book to others, your chapter, I mean, you are maybe in your first chapter, but other people maybe this baby is their fifth, fourth, I don't know. But when you start doing so, I'm telling you that you are completely getting the wrong stick. That's why please make sure not to compare your chapter to other people's life. And I think another one, or another advice I'm giving you is this: be careful who you hang out with, because if you yourself is always surrounded by people who constantly compare themselves to other people, I mean that you will be affected by their negative mindset. That's why if you are constantly exposed to complaints or ideas which are pushing you to compare yourself to other people, get away from them. Get away from them because they are actually destroying and willingly, but get away from them because you gotta protect yourself. Those people and helping you, and this is the problem, right? You just gotta tell yourself on a regular basis that I gotta compare myself to myself, to the one I was yesterday. This is the only task that you are assigned to on a regular basis. If I get closer to God, die. Become stronger, die, become smarter. These are the only question that you have to ask yourself on a regular basis. Otherwise, you will miss the point.